So I mean, everything I got X-ray, and then the doctor asked me to get a CT scan just to make sure because X-ray review, I definitely broke my bone on my wrist,
Wow.
but he wasn't sure about my pelvis. So I got a CT scan just to make sure there's nothing wrong with my pelvis.
Wow.
And so after that, he put the plaster on my hand, prescribed me some painkillers. So everything I got out in like 2.5 hours.
Unbelievable.
In and out, and everything, because I don't have a Chinese insurance.
You're
Right?
treated as a foreigner here.
Right. So I have to pay everything out of pocket. So all the costs, all to add together, doctor visit, medicine, X-ray, CT scan, total come up to 1,200 RMB. So 1,200 RMB is about 177 US dollars all together. And I posted, so I posted on Twitter the whole cost, and the Chinese people are like, "Oh, that's so expensive." Like if you have the Chinese insurance, you would have covered most of that. I'm pretty happy.
大家好，这里是华人视角频道。刚才的精彩集锦里，外国游客在上海凌晨摔断手腕，拍了 X 光，做了 CT， 打石膏，拿了止痛药，前后2个半小时就走出医院，而且没有中国医保，全部自费，也只花了1200元人民币。这样的效率和价格，连亲身经历的人都忍不住感叹不可思议。更有意思的是，这趟上海之行并不只是一次看病体验。沿着浦东的自行车道，他们看到了整洁的河道、充足的绿地、安静的街区，也聊到了共享单车、移动支付、地图导航以及退休老人丰富自在的生活。曾经被污染困扰的城市，如今发生了怎样的变化？外国人第一次来到中国，又会被哪些细节真正打动？当然，电动车横冲直撞，软件偶尔不好用，也让这段旅程多了几分真实和调侃。接下来就跟着他们一起走进上海街头，看看一个外来者眼中的中国究竟是什么样子。
I think you wanted to check out how the hospital services in China had evolved, right?
Subconsciously, I must be thinking of that, but it was very efficient, turns out.
It was, yeah.
So I got in and out in like 2.5 hours. I did this 3 o'clock in the morning cycling, and I went back to the hotel. I was bleeding. The hotel staff tried to patch me up, and I was gonna just tough it out and go to sleep. The staff's like, "No, you should go to the hospital in the morning because we're not professionals." So I took a nap. I woke up at 6:30, and I bicycled to the hospital, and everything is very fast, move very fast. I got a number. They want my information, so I have to fill in my passport information. Then they give me a card, like a card with magnetic strip.
Right.
And now I just go, kind of swipe myself in. And so the doctor told me to get X-ray, CT scan.
Wow.
And everything was done
All this in the middle of the night?
No, this was 7 o'clock in the morning
7 o'clock.
when I arrived at the emergency. I went to the emergency, and so there's not much wait because
Can I interrupt? You went to the emergency and you waited for how long?
Right. So I just walk. I waited maybe 10-15 minutes to register myself in. Because there was a line already at 7 o'clock in. And then once I was in, I was there was not really a line because they assigned me to the doctor who's responsible for bones and stuff. So I was number 6, and it was very quick. In fact, when he told me to get the X-ray, I thought I would be waiting for a long time.
Yes, of course.
Because that's my experience in the United States. So I was taking my time. I was calling my wife. And after a while, I look at the number I got, because I got a number for X-ray scan. And I look at the number on the X-ray room. I'm like, wait a minute, that number is higher than mine. And in fact, there's 10 number higher than mine. What's going on? So I went to ask them. They said, oh yeah, we called your name a long time ago. That's why we keep on processing other people. So I let 10 people get in front of me. But anyway, so so otherwise, there'll be less wait time.
In Canada, you'd have to wait at least 12, 14 hours or something. Last time I had something, I nearly cut my finger. I had to wait about 14 hours.
Wow. So I mean, everything I got X-ray, and then the doctor asked me to get a CT scan just to make sure, because X-ray review, I definitely broke my bone on my wrist.
Wow.
But he wasn't sure about my pelvis, so I got a CT scan just to make sure there's nothing wrong with my pelvis.
Wow.
And so after that, he put the plaster on my hand, prescribed me some painkillers. So everything I got out in like 2.5 hours.
Unbelievable.
In and out, and everything, because I don't have a Chinese insurance.
You're treated as a foreigner here.
Right. So I have to pay everything out of pocket. So all the costs, all to add together, doctor visit, medicine, X-ray, CT scan, total come up to 1,200 RMB. So 1,200 RMB is about 177 US dollars all together. And I posted, so I posted on Twitter the whole cost, and the Chinese people are like, oh, that's so expensive. Like, if you have the Chinese insurance, you would have covered most of that. I'm pretty happy already. This is cheaper not only than United States. This is cheaper than than Bali, because that's how much it would cost me in Bali to treat my like a dental problem.
Right.
So this is
and people do fall off bikes in Bali as well, right?
Yes, I did.
Driving motorcycles.
I followed
sandals and stuff.
Yeah, this time it was a bicycle. I was just getting too cocky because I was cooped up in my hotel room because of the typhoon, White Dolphin hit Shanghai for like a few days. And so I just really wanted to get out. And because the previous night, I also woke up super early, like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I went bicycle on the bike trail.
Oh, that's the one where you went to see the sunrise by the sea.
Sunrise. Right? So I really enjoyed that experience, bicycling at night. And so I just, the next day I went to sleep early at 8:30. And I woke up at like 12:40 in the morning. So I'm like, okay, I'll just go bicycle. So I was already cycling for 2 hours at the time, like 3 o'clock in the morning, but I got a little too cocky. But it was after the rain, so the road was wet, and I was going downhill. My bike must hit something, and it just slipped. I slipped and fell. So, it's okay.
You get run over. Were you in a bike lane?
Yeah, by the way, I'm going to show you the bike trail I take.
Oh, great.
We're not going to go to the exact same spot where I fell, but I'm going to show you.
The scene of the crime.
I'm going to show you the bike trail.
Thrown in chalk.
Yeah.
In white chalk. Scene of the crime. Wow. Amazing. Yeah, I was thinking of going to do a minor surgical, dermatological thing at the hospital. My sister said, no, it's really expensive for foreigners.
No.
It is expensive as compared to
the
Chinese
locals,
people, of course.
Yeah, so I actually know people from North America who that came here just to get medical procedure done.
Right.
And then, buy a plane ticket and fly back, and everything is still less expensive than they would have done in their home country,
And also you don't have to wait quite as much, right?
Yeah, and that include all the hotel stays and all the, everything.
Right.
So, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So when people say that healthcare is not free in China, it's kind of technically true, but it's pretty affordable, right?
It's very affordable. And the locals told me that most of them have insurance, right? So the insurance actually would have covered most of that cost. And
the insurance is not kind of tied to your workplace, or is it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I was just reading off my Twitter replies. This is how I learn about this world.
Yeah, I mean, I learned to open my mind about China thanks to your shit posting on Twitter. So
Thank you.
it's getting worse, though. It was better when I first started reading your tweets like 6 or 7 years ago. Now it's quite hard. I don't even see all your tweets on. It works really strangely.
Well, I haven't tweeted as much as I used to before because now I'm concentrating more on my YouTube account because I don't know. It just
You've been doing a lot of great content on your Seek and Steal podcast, right?
Thank you. And because like Elon Musk, they keep on changing the algorithm on Twitter, and it's always like recommend you some useless crap. So today I spend less and less time on just be careful. This might be slippery here.
Wow.
So one thing I like about this side of Shanghai, this is a Pudong district. So there's Puxi and Pudong. So it literally means we're east of the Guangpu River. So this is a less touristy side of Shanghai.
Right.
Like most of the tourists that go to the other side of the river, they go to the Boon. Go to the Boon. But here I like Pudong because it's less touristy, two, it's new. Everything here was farmland back in 1990.
Wow.
So they built up everything. Because I remember this when I left China. This side was all like warehouse, farmland, some factory, but they built up everything here. So everything is newer, and they have better infrastructure. They have better, they have all these green spaces. They have all this greenway, walkway, bike path, and I'm pretty sure you saw these bicycles.
Oh yeah, the bikes.
Yeah, those are the ride share bikes, and it's very affordable. If you have like Alipay. Be careful. If you have Alipay, it's like very cheap. You just scan and then you can. This is what I've been doing for the past week before I had my accident. I was scanning. Okay, we got to go this way because this road ends.
这趟上海街头的行走，表面上是一次轻松的城市漫游，实际上却像一扇窗口，让我们看到了一种常常被忽略的真实中国。它不在宏大的口号里，也不在剪辑精美的宣传片里，而是在凌晨依然明亮的自行车道，在医院窗口快速流转的号码牌，在河边拉伸身体的老人。在扫码就能骑走的共享单车，也在一位初次来到中国的外国人不断冒出的惊讶之中。最有冲击力的，或许还是那次意外受伤后的就医经历。凌晨骑车摔倒，手腕骨折，还需要拍片、做 CT、打石膏、拿药。对许多人来说，这样的事最怕的不是疼，而是不知道要等多久，要花多少钱，流程会不会把人拖得筋疲力尽。但在这段经历里，从登记到检查，再到处理完毕离开医院，前后大约2个半小时。作为没有本地医保的外国人，全部费用加起来是1200元人民币。这个价格是否会因医院、项目和个人情况而不同？当然另当别论，但一段亲身经历至少说明，公共服务真正的价值不只是有没有，而是当一个普通人最需要它的时候，能不能及时接得住它。效率背后其实是一整套日常基础设施的支撑、支付、导航、叫车、共享出行、外卖、公共交通。这些事情单独看都不稀奇，可当它们被连接到同一个生活场景里，城市运行的摩擦就会明显变小。人在陌生地方不必反复寻找柜台，不必为零钱发愁，也不必在复杂的路线里迷路。手机有电，生活就能继续向前。这种便利并不意味着每个应用都完美无缺。外国用户的认证障碍，小程序偶尔失灵，不同平台之间的兼容问题仍然是真实存在的细节。但恰恰是这些细节提醒我们，观察一个社会，既不能只看优点，也不能只抓住不便。真正值得讨论的是它是否在持续解决问题，让多数人的日常生活变得更顺畅。 上海给人留下深刻印象的，还有环境变化带来的直观感受。曾经被污染和气味困扰的河道，如今有绿地、步道、自行车道，也有人在岸边垂钓、散步、锻炼。城市发展最难的部分，从来不是盖起几栋高楼，而是在高速扩张之后，能不能把水系、空气、公共空间和人的生活重新安放好。一座拥有2600万人口的超大城市，仍然能让人沿着河边慢慢走路，能让退休老人下楼活动，能让居民在社区附近找到一片绿意。这背后需要长期投入，也需要城市规划不只盯着地价和车流。视频里反复出现的退休生活，同样值得我们停下来想一想。晨练、太极、跳舞、聊天、钓鱼、旅行，这些看似平常的画面，背后其实是人对晚年生活最朴素的期待。不是被隔离在某个角落里等待时间过去，而是仍然能走进公共空间，和朋友相见，和城市保持联系。一个城市的温度未必只体现在最繁华的商圈，也体现在老人有没有地方坐一坐、走一走、动一动，体现在普通人能不能以不太高的成本拥有相对体面的生活。当然，这趟观察也没有把现实描绘成毫无缺点的样子。湿滑路面上的夜骑风险，安静却来去飞快的电动两轮车，部分交通参与者对规则的忽视，炎热潮湿天气带来的不适，乃至数字服务对外来者不够友好的环节，都说明便利和秩序从来不是同一回事。城市越先进，越需要每个人对规则多一点敬畏。基础设施可以把道路修得更平整，把灯光布得更明亮，但安全最终仍要靠管理，靠制度，也靠每一个人愿意在红灯前停下来。更重要的是，这段对话带给我们的启示是要重新学习如何看待外部世界。很多人对中国的印象可能停留在很久以前，很多人对其他国家的想象也同样来自片段化的信息、情绪化的争论，或者算法不断推来的既定叙事。但真正走进一座城市，坐一次地铁，进一次医院，和出租车司机聊聊天，在河边走上一段路，看到的往往比标签复杂得多。世界从来不是非黑即白，任何国家都有成绩，也都有难题，任何制度都有它解决问题的能力，也有仍待修补的地方。我们不必因为看到进步就否认问题，也不必因为发现不足就拒绝承认变化。保持开放不是放弃判断，而是让判断建立在更多事实、更多现场和更多普通人的真实感受之上。也许这正是本期内容最值得带走的一点：理解一个地方不能只靠远距离的想象，更要看他怎样对待受伤的人，怎样安排老年人的生活，怎样治理一条河，怎样让陌生人完成一次普通的出行。宏大叙事最终都会落到具体生活里，而具体生活才最有说服力。你对视频里上海的医疗效率、城市环境、数字化生活和公共安全有哪些观察？欢迎在评论区留下你的看法，也欢迎点赞订阅。